Hello there, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we want to look at a question from the question paper of November 2024, and we are going to look at the preparation of statement of profit or loss. So this is the last question on this question paper, that is our question 4. So our question requires us to spend on average 45 minutes on the question. So the question reads, the following trial balance appeared in the books of Fat Cake City on 30 June 2022. So you are given trial balance of Fat Cake City on 30 June 2022, which you need to just browse through before you start answering the question. So you see that this is what we have. And later on, you are given additional information just beneath your trial balance, whereby it reads the merchandise was valued at 358,475 rands after a physical stock taking on 30 June 2022. So this is going to be your closing inventory. So we can just take note that the figure that we are given represents your closing inventory. So moving on the required parts, Cake City on 30 June 2022, question is 23 marks. So we are going to look at 4.1 within the context of this video and the statement of. So we are going to start with figure for revenue. So we have revenue every beginning. So we are going back to the question and try to see what figure for revenue are given. We are given it as 1,440,549. So obviously, you need to check if you have got any sales retention given. So you see that we do not have such. If you have got sales retention or data allowance, we are supposed to subtract them from the figure for revenue to get the next revenue figure that we are supposed to put, column. So we take 1,440,549 as it is. So moving on to the second part, whereby we are now moving on to cost of sales. So we are just going to say less cost of sales. So check if we have given the figure for cost of sales according to balance given. You see that there is no figure for cost of sales that we are given, which means we need to calculate it. So beneath that, we are supposed to show calculation of cost of sales, whereby we use the formula cost of sales, purchases. If we have got some returns or returns allowances, we subtract purchase returns if they are there. And then we add carriage inwards, which is carriage on purchases. And then we also add custom duties if they are there. In custom duties or import duties, we are supposed to add the custom duties or import duties. And then finally, we are supposed to subtract your closing inventory. So basically, that's how we're going to go about it. So we start with the figure for opening inventory, which we are supposed to find under the balance sheet section, whereby you're given the figure for our trading inventory is 77,449. So we come here, we say opening inventory, or we can just say trading debt. So we see that our year is ending 30 June 2022. So it means at the beginning of the period, it was 1 July and 2021. So basically, this is the figure that we have for opening inventory is 77,459. And then obviously, next we are supposed to identify our purchases figure. Remember, after opening inventory and your purchases. And then purchases figure, we are given it as 845,621. So we include that purchases. If they are returns, you're supposed to subtract them. But if you check, we have no returns according to the question. So we take 845,621. So basically, we are saying purchases, and then we figure that we have 845,621. Then from adding purchases, we also add carriage on purchases. We check if you've got carriage on purchases, we have the here is 23,425. So the figure for carriage on purchases is 23,000. 425. So moving on, from carriage of purchases, we are supposed to check if we have got any import duties. So if you refer back, you see that we have import duties here with a figure of 28,145. And from there, we can now be able to see uh, and add to get the total, which is going to be individual available for use. So here we can just show by putting a line so that we can add, whereby we add 77,459, we add 845,621, plus 23,425, plus 28,145. And then I'll get a total of 974,650. Then the description of that figure is going to be if they don't available for use. So that's what we have, and then finally you're supposed to trade the inventory, whereby you're saying yes. That is at the end of the year, which is 30 June 2022. If we check in terms of our closing, obviously we get it under the additional information. So you can be able to see that the figure that we have here, which is merchandise, was valued at 358,475,000 rand, 358,475 rands after a physical stock taken on 30 June 2022, which is at the end of the year. So we take this figure as our closing inventory, whereby we're saying 358,475, which we're saying less, so we can show by brackets. Then from there, we can now be able to close so that we calculate the net figure, which is supposed to come here as our cost of sales. So if you say 974,650 minus 358,475, you get a net figure of 660,175. 660,175. And we are saying less, so we are subtracting. So now we say revenue minus cost of sales. You're supposed to get your figure for gross profit for the year. So this figure that we have, 1,440,549 plus 660,175. You subtract, sorry, you're supposed to say 1,440,549 minus 660,175. And then you get your gross profit, which is supposed to be 798,374. And the description we're saying this is gross profit for the year. So from there, we are supposed to go to the other income section, whereby we say plus other income. Below this, and then the total should come in line with a description for other income. So this is what we have. From there, we are supposed to list all the incomes that we have in the question, so we can just refer back to check what incomes do we have. If you go down under the nominal account section, we have got 125. So we can just refer, and we have got rent income. rent income and 67,525. So we check again if we have got any other income that we have listed. And moving on, looking for other income that we have in the question, you see that we've got also interest income here, which is 61,284. So we can as well include our interest income. It is 61,284. So moving on after interest income, we see that we got credit loss recovered, 1,742. And then after credit loss recovered, we check again if we got any other that we can also include. You see that we no longer have any other income that we have, so we can add to get the total. So if you add, you're going to get a total of 182,551. So we can just take note. We can just take note that we are adding other income. We are adding other income, so we are saying plus here. So it's 798,374 plus 182,551. Then you get a total supposed to come here as 980,925. So basically, this is what we have. And then on the description, this is going to be your gross income for the year. So basically, that's what we have. And then from there, you're supposed to less our operating expenses. So we just say less operating, whereby we are going to list all the operating expenses that we have in the question. Then after listing, we add the total, and the total should come in line with the description for operating expenses here. So we go to the question and try to go down looking for any expense that we can see. We've got carrying on sales, 32,410, it's an expense. Thirty thousand four hundred and ten. And then from carrying on sales, we move down looking for other expenses. We've got wages and salaries, 446,548. And wages and salaries, the figure that we gave is 446,548. And you check in terms of the next expense that we have, which is going to be import duties. We did adjust that in the trading account, so we leave it, and then we go to standard expenses, which is going to be 5,268. Standard expenses 5,268. Then we got credit loss, which is our bad debts, which is 3,410. And after our credit loss, we got advertising 4,692. It will be 4,692. Then after that, we put rent expenses, which is 2,641. Those are 641. Then from rent expenses, we see that we put interest on overdraft, which is 6,760. And we are having an amount of 6,760. So having that we can now close so that we can add to get our total for operating expenses. So we add all what we have for expenses and then the total that we're supposed to get here. So for operating expenses, we are going to get it as 501,685. And let's take note, we are saying less here. So we can put our brackets to show that we are subtracting. And then we say 980,925 minus 501,685. And then the next figure should come here as our net profit for the year, which is 479, 479,240. And the description is net profit for the year. There we can now be able to close it so that this is our final figure. So basically, this is what we've done on the preparation of the statement of profit or loss, or we can call it an income statement, or we can call it a statement of comprehensive income. So basically, this is what we have been. Thank you for listening, and hopefully the video was helpful. And please, let's not forget to subscribe and share to our channel. And let's not forget to share the link to our colleagues who are doing introductory accounting and for. Thanks for this video. I'm signing out. Let's meet again in the next video.